Crimson Trace announces Laser Guard Pro for today's most popular concealed carry firearms, combining a red or green laser sight with 150 lumen light, taking personal defense to the next level. Available now at your local dealer.
This is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, now available on iTunes and other podcast clients, and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for iPhone and Android. Feel free to call Tom now at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN or 866-825-5486, or email Tom at guntalk.com. Now, once again, here's Tom.
All right, welcome. It is Gun Talk, and I am Tom Gresham, and we're going to be talking about guns and ammo and shooting and accessories and cleaning guns and pretty much anything else that's on your mind if you were to talk about it. Whether you're putting away guns for the season or you're getting them out and getting ready for the hunting season, we can certainly talk about getting your guns ready. How did you put it away last time? Will your gun work when it's the temperature is below zero? Oh, there's a thought for you. Not all will, especially bolt-action rifles, especially if there's a lot of grease in the bolt. By the way, you've been hearing the news about Wells Fargo and all the fake accounts that they have created and cost people money. Well, you remember a few weeks ago we were talking about Wells Fargo refusing to do business with people who made knives? I just got another email. Another guy. I'm not going to give out his name. I don't want to subject him to that. He says, by the way, Wells Fargo quit doing business with me because I was in the knife business. He says, my business took a dump, and now I find myself working for the man. He said, I was listening to Tom Gresham's Gun Talk a few weeks ago, and it sounded like the same thing happened to Hogue. That's Hogue Grips, besides the business going under part. Have you heard anything about this? Yeah, more people. Wells Fargo. If you have an account with Wells Fargo, why? Why? They're trying to put people out of business if they make knives or if they make guns or they make gun parts or they make grips like Hogue. Why are you doing business with these people? I don't know. We were talking about taking care of your guns, putting them away for the season or getting them ready. Just basic. And we had Bryce Towsley on last hour talking about prepper guns. So sometimes you want to put a gun away and just make sure that it's in good shape, it's clean, it's protected, but you may be storing it for a while. Well, joining me to talk about some of the techniques and some of the products that you need for cleaning guns and protecting guns, Greg Connor from Slip 2000 joins us right now. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Hey, good, Tom. A little under the weather here, as I probably sound funny to you, but doing good.
It happens. It happens. I was just talking about this is kind of a transitional period in the year for a lot of people who, a lot of the competitive shooters have been grinding away, shooting a whole bunch, and then the hunters are getting ready and getting their gear out. And, one of the things you want to do is, first of all, you want to make sure your gun's clean before you put it away, but you also want to make sure your gun is clean when you pull it out of storage and get it lubed up and ready for the season, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. You want to make sure that thing's ready to use, and you don't have to go through some embarrassing moments out there with it not firing when you want it to fire.
Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately that would be the worst, to have a big elk or deer, something out there, and your gun doesn't go off when it's supposed to. So, there you are. We have gotten several comments from people who have watched the videos we did on the carbon killer. And they said, I've been taking 20 minutes or more to clean a gun before using, lead remover and all this other stuff. I got the carbon cleaner, 5 minutes of soaking it. This just takes everything off. This is the most amazing, and I just got to tell people, this is not like how would I put it? This is not like a toxic waste dump that you're throwing your gun into that gets everything off. This is actually something you can stick your hands in, and it's safe, right?
It is. It's actually made from a natural product, citrus, one of the main ingredients in it. So it's not toxic like your solvents or your petroleum type products are or have been through the years. I've worked with it for many, many years in the industrial world, and one of the reasons we even introduced it in the industrial world was for the health and safety of the end user, which has kind of transitioned into the gun industry. You know, there's lots of concerns about what solvent they're using, and back in the military days, they had us using solvents that by the time we were done cleaning our guns, our hands tingled from the solvents that we were using. And Carbon Killer is made from a citrus-type product that you don't have those issues with.
Yeah, and I will tell you, for those who have not seen it done, you put parts in Carbon Killer and soak them, and then you just take a light brush and brush them, and all the stuff comes off, and even stainless steel, getting the powder, burnt powder, and all that off. It's amazing stuff. It really works.
Well, any of us shooting revolvers have seen the black ring that builds up on the face of the cylinder, and always having to use a wire brush or something to scrub, and that black ring hardly ever goes away, but soaking it in the Carbon Killer 10, 15 minutes, you might have to hit it with a toothbrush or a nylon brush, but once it's gone and you re-lube with our lubricant, that ring will virtually, it disappears, it's gone, and then it's, if you're using a good lubricant on it, it doesn't want to come back either.
A good lubricant like, say, Slip 2000 lubricant?
Yes, sir.
Like maybe EWL?
EWL and or the gun lube. And just the natural ability to penetrate and bond with the steel, it just doesn't let that carbon, lead, or copper fouling stick to it again. And that's the secret. And again, we've said it over and over. It's like seasoning a good frying pan. The more you use our lubricant, the less anything will stick to it.
You know, if people want to see what we're talking about, we've got it. You and I, we did some video on this. It's on our YouTube channel. Go to Gun Talk's YouTube channel. You can see the Guns and Gear Carbon Killer segment there. You got, of course, you're responding to some of the YouTube comments and helping people out. They have questions. You're answering them. You're very responsive. You work with the users when they're wanting to know, how do I use this? What should I use for this product? That's a lot to ask of you, but you're right there doing it.
We try our best. We really appreciate you and this show and all of our consumers, end users. We're in this business to support all of the end users and do everything we can to help them. We try to be reachable, approachable, so that anybody that has questions, we get a lot of questions about how do I clean and lube my bolt gun? How do I clean and lube my shotgun? You know, it's using our products are really not any different than some of the things you've used in the past, and we don't have the magic answer to doing it differently than what you've been doing it. It's just the products that we have seem to work much easier and better than some of the things in the industry today.
And if you're running an AR, I can just tell you from experience, I've had problems with ARs. I swear to you right now, take out a bottle of Slip 2000, you use it on the AR, and the problems go away. It just runs like a top. It was amazing. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It just flat out works. Let me ask you a question. For putting a gun away, say you're going to say, I'm going to put this gun away, and I'm probably not going to use it for a year or two or three. What product should I put on it?
Honestly, the Slip 2000 gun lube, our original product that we built for the mil spec, is really all you probably need to use on that gun. It has the penetrating ability, the bonding ability, and I have guns in my safe that I have had in there for up to 5 years and pulled them out, and they function just like they were put away yesterday. The EWL was designed for use on the chain guns, the machine guns, the real high round count. Right. But for the guy that's only shooting 200, 300, 400 rounds, the gun lube is probably all a person needs. There's lots of hype that's been going on about the EWL. There's lots of these guys that are doing the 25 to 50,000 rounds without cleaning. And the EWL holds up beautifully to that. But not everybody's going out and shooting 10, 15,000 rounds between cleaning. So if you're only shooting 2, 3, 4, 500 rounds at a time. The gun lube, even on the AR platform, is probably the only lubricant you need.
Okay. Now, you got a special deal going right now. You got I guess it's a 50% discount if people sign up for your newsletter. Where do they do that? On your website?
They do it on the website, and I'm not sure. We have full-time website people, and the deal with this, I'm not sure what the discount is, but yes, if you sign up, and we're not putting out junk emails every day, spam emails like some companies do. We will put out a special, and we do run specials every month or so that, they can be anywhere from free shipping to buy one, get one free to, 25 to 50% off. And we run them throughout the year and during the holidays. And if you're signed up on that newsletter, then you get those special deals.
That's right. You get the heads up. The website is slip2000.com. There's also, you got a photo contest going, and that's pretty cool. You get to submit your picture of your guns and with the product and ammo and shooting, and all the information's there on the website also, slip2000.com.
We get people that send us some unique photos, and we would love to hear and see the photos. And I think next month it's going to be tell us your story, how Slip 2000 saved you on your hunt in Alaska or Canada.
Right.
But we've started this up to kind of help draw people in and interact with them more and share their stories with the people who are not aware of the products or the nature of the Slip 2000 line out there. So send it in, and we'll choose one of the better photos and send out a $100 gift certificate or MasterCard or Visa card so they can spend it at will. They don't have to spend it with us. They can spend it with somebody else.
Okay.
But, we're trying to engage with our customers out there.
Well, it's a good product. I use it. I like it. I swear by it. Also, you got, of course, the Facebook page. If people want to check it out there, you can go over there, sign up, Slip 2000. Go to the website, slip2000.com. Greg, I hope you get to feeling better, my friend.
Hey, thank you much, and thank you to all the end users out there. We appreciate you and love you. Have a good weekend.
I appreciate it. All right, we're ready for your range reports. 866 Talk Gun. Got a question? Just want to tell me about a shooting experience. You took somebody to the range and they had fun, or maybe they even didn't. Let me know what happened. 866 Talk Gun.
A decade since it was first introduced, the Taurus Judge still rules. This isn't just any personal defense revolver. This is an everyday gun. With its decisive stopping power, it's the original 5-shot game changer. Today it's available in more than a dozen models and capable of chambering both .45 Colt and .410 shot shell. You be the judge. Taurus Judge. What legends are made of. Visit TaurusUSA.com.
Laser sights are an essential firearms training tool, improving the skill level of the shooter by enhancing proper fundamentals like sight alignment and trigger control, and providing life-saving practices that can be depended on in moments of crisis. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our laser training video, The Laser's Edge, and learn why Crimson Trace is making laser sights standard equipment.
If you carry a gun, you need training. Your concealed carry class was definitely not training. But time, money, and obligations keep you from spending days at a shooting school. The trusted folks at Gun Talk can help. Concealed Carry 1, our DVD featuring the VADA Group, covers what gun, what holster, how to carry, where to wear your gun, and much more. Visit shopguntalk.com. That's shopguntalk.com. Look, this really is life and death. Learn how to stay aware, how to get away, and how to fight if you must. At shopguntalk.com, you can get the 2 DVD set, including Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. No matter what gun you carry, this vital training info can save your life. Learn the draw, the stance, reloading, vital gear from Gun Talk. That's shopguntalk.com. Shopguntalk.com.
The Ruger American Rimfire rifle combines features of the Ruger American rifle and innovations of the 1022 Rimfire rifle to appeal to all bolt-action enthusiasts. It features a modular stock system that provides comb height options for scope or iron sight use, a power bedding integral bedding block system for outstanding accuracy, a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, and a 1022 style rotary magazine for reliable feeding. The Ruger American Rimfire rifle, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
Shooting your gun is more fun than cleaning your gun, right? Then you want Federal's newest high-tech ammo, American Eagle Syntech. With polymer-coated bullets to eliminate copper and lead fouling, clean burning powders, and the Catalyst lead-free primer, Syntech range ammunition means you clean less, shoot more, and shoot better. No copper jacket also reduces splashback when shooting steel in 9mm, 40, and 45. Visit federalpremium.com and ask your local retailer for Syntech ammo.
All right, back with you. 866-TALK-GUN, or just call me at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Martin has done that. He's on line 1 out of Alma, Arkansas. Hey, Martin, what's on your mind?
Well, I wanted to give you a range report on the North American Arms 32 NAA as back on the company.
All right.
I bought the little 32 NAA, not the ACP, but the NAA that uses the next down 380 casing and the 32 bullet. Oh. And when I received it, it was much smaller than I had even imagined with the picture. And I thought, how accurate is this thing going to be?
Right.
And the grips were the only thing that weren't the best, but I mean, solid stainless steel, very well made pistol. So I took it out and set up a 6-inch gong 30 feet away, and I hit that gong with each and every shot. I mean, I was amazed. That's good enough for me for self-defense at 30 feet.
Wow.
Yeah. And, but the downside on it was that it hurt my hand like crazy. Now, I shoot a Bond Arms Derringer using 357 maximum loads in it, and it was nothing compared to the way this one hurt my hand. So I called North American Arms, and I said, look, I said, I'm not even going to practice shoot with this thing, let alone carry it. I said, it just kills my hand. And they said, you send it back to us. They paid the shipping. They took it in. One of their gunsmiths, his name was Wayne. I don't know what all he did, but I know he changed the trigger pull from about 12 to 15 pounds down to about 8 pounds, polished the trigger, and did a bunch. The only thing I had to pay for was I changed the grips. I put some rosewood grips on it. They sent it back to me, and it shoots like a charm. I love that little pistol. I use Headley holster, back pocket Headley holster, and it slips right in my pocket. And I used to carry a 357 Magnum, but this thing's got really good ballistics from what I'm reading, and that's what I carry now. Very easy to carry, very nice to shoot.
Looks like I'm looking at the ballistics on it on their website. 60 grain bullet going 1,200 feet per second. That's nothing to sneeze at. No. And North American Arms, I mean, they will sell you the ammo. If you can't find the ammo, they'll sell it to you at cost as much as you want to buy. I picked up mine on Gunbroker, some Hornady, 80 grains, and still using that. But I just was really pleased with the way they went to bat to help me with this, because I had read other reviews where people were going to get rid of them because it hurt so bad, and I guess and that's true. But I guess they never even thought about calling North American Arms and saying, hey, can you do something about it? Because they did. Well, of course, I mean, physics being physics, if you have a little bitty, and for those who don't know, this is a truly little bitty pistol. Essentially, it's kind of to take over the old Sea Camp 32 that they made. It's very, I mean, but it's tiny. But now you go and stoke it up and put a more powerful cartridge in it. You don't have anything to hold on to. There's no weight there at all. And it's kind of like a cherry bomb going off in your hand every time you pull the trigger. Just about, yeah. But, like I say, if you could get it tamed and you can shoot it, now you got something small enough to carry everywhere, but powerful enough to do the job to get you and your loved ones home, which is really the only reason you carry one of these. Exactly. Well, that is a great range report. Sandy and the crew over at North American Arms do a great job. They make really good products. I'm a big fan of those little mini revolvers that they make. So, just all in all, good products across the board.
Yes.
All right. Well, look, thank you so much, Martin. I appreciate that. It is a great range report. It is, we're so fortunate to have good companies that take care of you. It's a reminder to us. It's a reminder, if you have a problem with a gun, give them a chance to make it right. Some companies are making a few guns. Some companies are making millions of guns, but nobody wants you to have a gun that you're not happy with. Call them and say, look, I'm having a problem with this, or is this supposed to work this way, or this feels this way. Now, maybe it is functioning perfectly, and it's just the wrong gun for you. Okay, that's something that you may have to deal with. But there also may be a problem here that you're just simply not aware of, and they may say, well, look, send us the gun. Let's take a look at it, like Martin did. And then they just simply take care of it. All right, question on the floor is, did you watch the debate? What'd you think? You could be honest. You're not using your real name here. I am. I know that Trump's supporters, he's not going to lose any supporters. He's not going to convert any Hillary supporters. The battle right now is for whatever that group is in the middle. I don't know if it's 5% or 10% or 20%. I don't know what it is. The battle is there. People who really don't like either group, don't like either candidate. Yeah. I know there's supposed to be two other candidates out there. They're out there. I get that. And these days they're looking pretty darn attractive sometimes when you look at our choices. So if he's not going to lose his supporters, did his performance, do you think, your opinion, cost him some of the folks in the middle? Is it going to make it harder to pull people in from the middle? And what are you feeling right now in terms of your guns, the future of gun rights, your gun buying process? Are you thinking, maybe I'm going to buy a few more guns before the election? Maybe I'm going to get some full capacity magazines. Are you nervous about it? What are you thinking? I'm just trying to get a sense of what everybody's doing. Our number is 866-TALK-GUN, 866-TALK-GUN. Whether you're pro, con, somewhere in the middle, I want to know what you're thinking.
Want your opinion to make a difference? Log on to our website and take the Gun Talk poll, www.guntalk.com. Now, once again, opinion page regular contributor for the Washington Times, here's Tom.
All right, here's a question for you. Have you changed your idea of what constitutes an adequate or effective deer hunting cartridge or elk hunting cartridge over the last 10, 20 years? Have you, as some of us have, kind of downsized, thinking, okay, maybe I don't really need a 300 Super Magnum blaster when in point of fact a 308 or a 7mm08 or a 260 or a 6.5 will still do all that and more? 7x57, wow, more than 100 years old, still does what it's supposed to do. And another question, when you sight in now, it used to be we sighted in, we always said, sight in 3 inches high at 100 yards, and then you can hold on out to 250 yards with most calibers, and you're good. Now that we have rangefinders and bullet drop compensators and scopes with turrets that you can adjust, and MOA and MIL-DOT and all the rest of that, do you sight in to use all that stuff, or do you still sight in 3 inches high at 100, hold on out to 250 to 300, and beyond that it's too far? 866-TALK-GUN is our number here. Line 3, Ted's with us out of Elk Point, South Dakota. Speaking of elk. Hey, Ted.
Hello. How are you doing,
sir.
Tom?
How can we help you? I'm great. What's up?
A while ago, unfortunately, my grandfather passed away, and he passed me on a couple of rifles, one of which is a M1A from Springfield Armory, and it's got It's got a wooden stock on it, of course, and it seems to be getting kind of dry. And I've looked on the internet about what to do about it and how to treat it. Everything that I find seems awfully complicated. Do you know of a simple thing I can do to the stock to make it look better and last longer?
Sure. I would suggest the place to start is at the Brownells website. Are you familiar with Brownells?
I am.
Okay, Brownell, BROWNELLS, Brownells.com. I just put in gun stock oil as a search there, and you get a number of things that pop up from Linspeed gun stock oil. You can use, I think it's True Oil. There's 2 or 3 others. What you're trying to do is put some moisture back into the stock, just basically treat it. A lot of these, you actually literally put them on by hand. You put it on and then rub it in with the palm of your hand. And I think if you do that, you'll enjoy the whole process of just rubbing down the gun and you're seeing the stock, the wood kind of start to come alive again, and it protects it. It won't dry out so much. You're in a dry area where you are. It's not a big deal. And yes, if you search the internet, you will find 1,000 different ideas of what to use. And what always gets me is when people start going off the, off the established norms. It's like when people want to protect their guns, they're putting car wax on them, and they're using transmission fluid on them. And going, really? We have gun stuff that's made for guns. Just use the gun stuff, man. What are you thinking? Like, these guys know better than the people who have been making things for guns for 100 years? I would say get you some good wood stock oil and just poke around on the Brownells website. They have quite literally everything you could possibly imagine is right there. Get 1 or 2, try those, but I think it's going to take care of it, and it'll take, you'll like what it does. You'll like the way the stock looks, and it will also preserve it as you store them. That work for you? Or take it away. Okay. let's go to line 1. Charles is with us out of Pensacola, Florida. Hey, Charles, you have made it to Gun Talk. What's up?
I've been enjoying the show. You brought up something that's dear to my heart, and that is the issues of gun rights. And one of the problems we've got as gun owners, we're one-issue people. We think the Constitution is just the Second Amendment. And what we've got to quit doing and stop doing is supporting candidates and political pundits who say, oh, I'm a member of the National Rifle Association, I'm a life member, and yada, 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 but they take an oath to the entire Constitution, not the Second Amendment. So what we have to do is look at their voting record everywhere else, because let me tell you, if we lose our Constitution rights to the whole Constitution, the gun rights will be the last thing to go, but they'll turn on us on those too if they're not following the entire Constitution.
I don't disagree with you at all, but let me ask you a question here, Charles. Now, what do we do when you have somebody who has no voting record whatsoever, like Donald Trump?
Well, Donald Trump, let me put it to you like this. Congress is the key anyway. Donald Trump, how has it worked out in the past for us having Republican or Democratic presidents? If you elect a Republican president, you get slow socialism or slow gun control. If you get a Democrat, you get fast socialism and fast gun control. So how has that worked out for us? Not very well. We've got to start looking at Congress is the key. If we can get enough congressmen who will honor their oath they take to the Constitution, we can impeach Supreme Court justices and we can impeach presidents. All I hear is Donald Trump, Donald Trump. How is your congressman? There's a lot of congressmen, at least 50% of them being elected right now. The liberals have understood this for years. They don't worry about the president. They're looking at the Congress. They're pushing liberal congressmen on. You've got a lot of good congressmen who are suffering right now and sweating out this election. Find out who they are in your congressional districts and support them.
I think you may be onto something. And wow, what an interesting take. If you vote Democrat, we're going to get fast socialism and fast gun control. What the Republicans have given us is slow socialism and slow gun control. Do you agree with that? 866-TALK-GUN. Be right back with more Gun Talk.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
Want your next gun purchase to be fast and hassle-free? Well, at galleryofguns.com, you can search through thousands of models from our huge firearms inventory. Find a great offer from a local dealer that includes all fees and taxes. And there's no need to arrange a transfer. Gallery of Guns takes a small deposit on your credit card, and your gun will be at your chosen dealer in as little as 48 hours. Plus, your gun will be covered by our guaranteed lifetime replacement warranty. GalleryofGuns.com. Search, find, buy. It really is just that easy.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
The XDM 3.8 Compact from Springfield Armory is 2 guns in 1. Use as your concealed carry gun with a compact magazine and use the extended magazine for home defense. Carry 13 rounds of 9mm in the compact magazine and a whopping 19 rounds in the extended magazine. To see the entire family of Springfield Armory XDM pistols, go to springfieldarmory.com. That's springfieldarmory.com.
Back with you here. We're talking about guns and ammo and all sorts of stuff going on here. Let's see. Let's go to line 2. Bill's with us out of Belton, South Carolina. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Tom. Enjoy your show.
What's up?
I got a question about these little laser light bore sighters. They tell you to sight your gun in at 25 yards and then take it to the range and fine-tune it at the 100. Can you not use that sighter at 100 yards and be done with it, sort of?
Nope.
No,
because they're not. No, and here's the problem. They're not that perfect. They're not that accurate. There are way too many things that happen when you shoot a gun that the bullet is not going to go necessarily where the laser is pointing. Just the laser is going to get you on the paper. That's all it's going to do for you. But you have to sight in the gun to make sure that the bullet's hitting where the sights are pointing, because the lasers, the whole system is set up so that you're going to have to shoot the gun. And I know we'd like to say, well, gee, I'll just use the laser. No, not good enough, not even close to being good enough. You know, all it's supposed to do is get you on paper so that you don't have to shoot as much when you get to the range. Okay?
So if I take it and point it at 100 yards and I got it, say, dead center, I'm still going to be off a little bit.
Probably, right? Yeah. I mean, you might be on, you might not be, but there's no way to know without shooting it.
Yeah, but the way I understand it says do it at 25 yards and then don't use it at 100 yards. But what would be the difference in sighting it in at 25 and 100 and then firing it? The
reality is most bore sight lasers are not powerful enough to be able to see at 100 yards in daylight.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But no matter what you did, here's the thing, Bill. No matter what you did, you still have to shoot the rifle.
Why they say that? Why they want you to do it at 25?
We still have to shoot the rifle. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm missing the point. I'm missing of whatever it is you're asking. But look, basically, here's the deal. Let me just do this. Sight in with your laser. That's going to get you close. It's basically bore sighting. It's not sighting in. It's bore sighting. You can do it at 25. You can do it at 100. You can do it at 5,000. I don't care. You're still going to have to shoot the gun to find out where the gun's shooting. Got to move on. David's on line 4 out of Oklahoma. David, thank you for calling.
Yes, Tom. Thank you for your informative voice. And basically all I wanted to say is what people need to take away from the debate is, you have to become involved. Now's the time. Your liberty and your freedom are the most expensive things on the face of the earth. I mean, what human life sacrificed and monetarily, it's just, you have to become involved. NRA, Second Amendment Foundation, do something. You can see what's coming.
And I would offer this, and I'd like to get your take on it, David. Get involved means more than just joining now. It means, at the very least, putting up yard signs. Maybe it means calling a local candidate, a candidate for Congress, and saying, how can I help? Could you use somebody to stuff on? Well, I don't know if they stuff envelopes. Use somebody to go do something. There's something I can do to help. Call them and say, look, I'd like to be there. Find somebody who you can support, and then actually support them. The other thing is, David, don't we all have an obligation to bring up the subject? People say, well, I don't want to talk politics. Well, why not? Is there anything more important than talking politics right now?
You have to talk politics. It's our future. It's everyone's future. It's the United States' future. If you don't, who will? That's where I come from.
Yep. I agree completely. Thank you for the call. That is good stuff. Troy's on line 3 out of Gold Hill, Oregon. Troy, what are you looking for?
Oh, well, I'm looking to carry some magazines with me. I just got a XDS so I can do concealed carry. And so I've got some of the larger magazines that have the grip as part of the magazine. And I've seen double magazine holsters for single stack, but they're usually like right next to each other. So I'm not sure if my magazines would even fit well in that style of magazine holster. And then I've got a 9-round magazine to see if that's going to be too long, if it's going to be uncomfortable. I actually did find that just playing around by sticking the magazines in my belt, that using the magazines in the appendix carry on my left side seemed to be the best way to carry. But I'm not sure if there's a holster out there that has double single stack magazine holsters that are wide enough at an angle enough to do that.
Right. All right, let me give you a couple of thoughts on this. First of all, particularly for double stack, I don't think I want a double magazine holster. It's a matter of personal preference.
Single stack. It's a XDS 9mm.
Oh, okay. For that, you may want to go with that. You can either get a double that holds 2 magazines, or you can get 2 single magazine holders. You can put them on. I wear them at about the 3 to 4 o'clock position on my left side. I draw right-handed. I like to have at least 1 double stack magazine or 2 single stack magazines in addition to what's in the gun when I'm carrying. You can get leather from a number of different people. Some of our sponsors, make those crossbreed holsters. We'll have mag pouches. You can also get Kydex mag pouches from a number of different companies. Here's a little bitty company. I'm going to give you a weird website here. It's A Holster, just the letter A, aholster.com. Little guy, makes really good holsters, little handmade stuff, Kydex, but they're really good stuff. But there are a zillion guys making really good holsters these days and mag pouches. And mag pouches are kind of like holsters. You're going to end up with a few extras. Not as many holsters as you will with holsters, but yeah, you're going to have to do that too. But first of all, good on you. Congratulations on understanding that you need to carry extra magazines. If you're carrying a semi-automatic pistol, you must carry at least 1 extra magazine. Because if you get in the middle of a fur ball and your magazine causes your gun to malfunction, and sometimes that's what causes the gun to malfunction, the way to fix it is to get rid of the magazine and put another magazine in. And run to the store and buy a magazine is not really an option in the middle of trying to save your family, is it? Carry an extra magazine. Oh, yeah. That also means you have to practice on doing reloads. Drop a bag, get another bag out, get it in there. Hey, it's not work. It's fun. We don't have to practice this stuff. We get to practice this stuff because, after all, it's gun stuff. All right, back with you here. Let's go to line 4 first. John's with us out of Kansas. Hey, John, what's your thinking on sighting in these days?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a younger guy, millennial, unfortunately, so I run around with a group of, well, I'm not always proud of. But here's what I've got to say about it. When it comes to this, 3 inches high, holdovers, the old paper plate method is good enough for deer hunting. You've got to start with step 1. You could say nerding out if you wanted to, but you're never going to get the potential out of your equipment that the equipment has if you don't start with the basics. I used to put a scope on, $500 gun, $500 scope, hold over high, good is good. But when I learned by actual instruction from a professional to really understand mills and MOAs, which is something I don't think enough people put due diligence into, truly learning the right, correct way from the right person, then if you don't have it, your setup or your equipment, how am I going to say this? If you haven't done it right from the beginning, you're never going to get out of it. So it started with me with learning you need to have the gun in a proper vise when you mount your optic. You need to use lacing bars.
Let me back up. Because I hear what you're saying. You're talking about getting our gun to shoot accurately and get it on. The only question I'm asking is, are you adjusting your scope for distance, or are you for deer hunting? We're specifically talking about deer hunting, not for competition. Are you holding on out to 300, or are you actually adjusting as you shoot out at range?
I will adjust as I shoot at range. I'm not a competition shooter by any means, but I live in a flat western Kansas, so we do tend to shoot a little further than some of the beanfield corners of eastern states where there's a lot of woods, and a 30-06 is fine under 300 yards. But, yes, if you purchase, I don't want to say cheap equipment, and I'm not saying go out and buy Swarovski everything, but it's just like when you have quarter-inch minute of angle adjustments, and you need to come up 3 inches on paper when you're sighting your firearm in, just for deer hunting, for example. When you go 12 clicks, and the gun only comes up 1.5 inches, but it goes to the right a couple inches. That's the problem. Cheaper equipment won't, I guess you could say the adjustments aren't as accurate as a better quality equipment. And
I get all that, but you know what? Here's the thing, John. You've gotten caught up in the precision rifle world. I get it. It's fun. But I would submit it's not necessary. And that's where I'm going with this, is if you're at a place where you're going to shoot out to 300, maybe 350 yards, it's just not necessary. You take a 6.5 Creedmoor, a 260, a 308, sighted in 3 inches high at 100, hold on hair out to 300, sharpen your knife, you've got your deer. If you're going to shoot longer, yes, you need to start thinking about the rest of it. But, and look, I understand. I've got 2 Ruger Precision rifles. I get it, all right? And that's fun. But I would submit that for 90+% of the people out there, it's not necessary. And oh, by the way, for those who are thinking, oh, you got open lands in Kansas and we don't do that back east, wrong. A number of the fields where we hunt are 1/2 mile or 3/4 of a mile across. That's where Beanfield rifles came from, was the Kenny Jarrett. He created the whole concept of Beanfield rifles shooting at 400, 500, 600, 700 yards with rifles that would actually do that. Talk about third of a minute, or rifles that shoot to the 2s. That'd be 2/10 of an inch. So there you go. 866-TALK-GUN gets you in there. When we come back, I want to talk to you about a pretty cool giveaway we're doing, and also we'll talk about how to store your guns safe and keep them available to you, but keep unauthorized people from there. 866-TALK-GUN.